we're always going to take probably 12 plays from the game that makes a difference in the football game, and things we did well. It starts with that 2-minute drive. We had to go 95 yards, and Jalil McLaughlin makes a great play, and we take it down. And knowing we have the second half possession, scored a touchdown, come out in the second half, drive down again, 14-14 game, get on the 3-yard line. We're not able to put it in. We needed touchdowns. We knew going in the game, 3 points. Love Colton McFadden, the trust, but we need to score touchdowns there. We didn't finish that drive. But we come back, defense gives a 3 and out. I mean, the last time Indiana State touched the ball was second quarter. Take time off the clock. We get a quick 3 and out. We drive again. And again, 2 weeks in a row, 2 games in a row, it's third and medium. We have a completed pass that's short of the sticks. And that's coaching. That's, not a player's fault. I always say it's never the player's fault. That's 2 games in a row where it's third and medium. We complete a ball and we're inches short. We elect to go for it. Don't get it. Lose the field position. All of a sudden they drive down. We knew when they get the ball, that's probably where they're going to run a trick play. They did score a touchdown. So those are the parts of the game where we talk about taking it, and we didn't take it. And, we got to do a better job.
Like you mentioned, the players have to improve every week. How important is it for the coaches to improve every week?
That's constant, and, we debrief after every game in areas we got to get better at. And, I always want to, and that was a Coach Dressel thing. That's never the player's fault. I want it to be on us that if we're coaching it or allowing it, so if we're allowing it, that's still our fault if we allow it. So, we got to do a better job as teachers, as mentors, as leaders that come out each and every week and put our players, and it starts with me, at the top, to put our players in a position where they can be successful.
What's the status of the metric? I know it's Tuesday.
Yeah. Tuesday, it's day by day. We're fortunate that it's nothing that's major, but it's one where, again, we got to make sure that he has strength on it. It's going to be a day by day thing. He had improvement from Saturday to Sunday, from Sunday to Monday, from Monday to Tuesday. So that'll be day by day.
Not I know, but is it a leg or?
Yeah, lower leg. So, and it's something that our training staff and, we meet every day with our trainers, and I trust our medical staff, and, we want to make sure every one of our student athletes are healthy before they take the field. So they'll let us know that.
Joe obviously played well, but how important is Demetric to the mission every week?
I mean, he's a great player, great leader. He can do it with his legs and he can do it with his arms, but I have full faith. You never get to talk about as a quarterback room. I really love our quarterback room. They come to work every day. They come to compete every day. Joe, an opportunity for him now to be able to step in, be able to do that in a game. I think it was the second series when Demetric came out. So for him to get into a game, the hard thing when you're a 2 is sometimes you don't always get the same reps. You get reps, but maybe not the same reps. We're third and goal and we run a play that, that's where coaching, it's a play that we've been successful against our defense. But then I say, gosh, how many times did Joe get the opportunity to run? He's watched it. You take visual reps, you take mental reps, you watch it on video. But how many times does he actually get to execute it? Demetric executed it. And, it was a play that we thought was there, but again, it comes down to how many reps he gets. And, I'll take that on our shoulders. It's not Joe's fault.
How about just in practice, having the reps with the ones, in terms of getting ready for this week and giving Joe reps with the ones?
Yeah, you got to be able to mix it and try to see who's going to be the guy to get ready because, we ran into that last year. It's hard to try to get 2 ready. But Joe's up to the challenge, and so is Mitch Davidson. All that now. When quarterback goes out, now even your third teamer is like, hey, you better be ready. You better be mentally ready. You better be watching every play. You better be focused and ready to go into the game at any point.
Not an easy challenge for anybody at quarterback this week against South Dakota
No, they played in the national championship, played a lot of games in the spring. They lost quarterback, bring in a transfer that's, I think, is phenomenal. They're the highest scoring offense in our league. I think 41.7 points per game. They got an all-league running back. They got their whole offensive line back. They got 2 NFL caliber tight ends, and they got great receivers in the Yankees. And defensively, they're going to be, well coached, fundamentally sound, big, strong, experienced. So, yeah, it's a great challenge. But what we tell our kids is, that's why you play football, to go out and prepare and to play football games against the very best in the country. And we're going to get that every week in every game. So, for us, we can't, make excuses. We can't look backwards. We can only look forward. And we had a great Tuesday morning practice. We got to come back and have a great Wednesday practice.
New quarterback, obviously, but this was a tight game in the spring. I mean, it took a field goal to win it for him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, in spring's a lot different. I don't know if they were averaging 41.7 points in spring. Spring football seems so long ago. But I loved how our kids fought, in the spring. And we got to fight each and every week. We got to have a chip on our shoulders. I mean, when you look at this league, I mean, we really are outsiders, trying to fight, bite, and scratch to be a part of it and to compete. So we got to take that type of mentality, which I think fits Youngstown. I think that fits the grit. I think that fits the community and people we are. And, we got to go in and battle and fight as hard as we can.
Motivation, Doug, is the spoiler role probably now. I mean, we're heading into November. It's getting colder outside. It's getting cloudy. The weather's turning. How do you keep these guys motivated?
The motivates, we got a plan, and we got to stick to the plan. And the plan is for not only this week and tomorrow's practice or this week's game or the next 4 weeks into the spring. We got a plan that we got to stick to. We're not going to change. We're not going to alter those plans. There's a way of football, how we're going to coach it, how we're going to play it, and we're going to continue to stress that. And if you're not excited to do that each and every day, then, probably football at Youngstown's not, where you need to be at this point.
Your transfer quarterback, just what have they done with him this year to bring him along, or is it not much different from what they were doing under Gronowski?
He probably maybe uses his legs, although Gronowski is more design run out. No, he can run the ball. He does a great job keeping plays alive with his feet. He can throw the ball downfield, but he started at South Florida. I knew a little bit about him at Cincinnati when he was playing at South Florida. Then he transferred to Sanford, so I know the name. I've seen him play games. He's a great athlete that can throw the football, that can run, dual threat, high recruit. So they did the right thing, and they needed to find a replacement, and they found a great replacement. And he has a great surrounding cast now. I mean, he's got great offensive linemen with experienced receivers, and like I said, those tight ends, I think they're really good. The 2 tight ends they got. So for us, it's going to be a great challenge. And if we tackle the way we did last Saturday, it'll be a long day. So we got to go in ready to be fundamentally sound, fit our gaps, and make sure that we finish tackles.
You mentioned all that. You did touch on Strong. I mean, he's pretty good too.
He's explosive. I mean, you watch the Southern Illinois game. They jump up on Southern Illinois. It's 20-0. Could have been 28-0, 27-0. And Pierre Strong not only doing it out of the backfield with explosive runs, 60-yard runs. He does it catching the football. At the end of the game, he puts a DB on its back and catches the football and races down. They didn't get points out of him. If they do, they probably win the game. But, so he's explosive, and they got a lot of players like that. So, again, every week's a different test that we have, and it's no different this week. You're playing against a coach that's been there 24 years. You're playing against a program that's been to the playoffs every year since 2012. So that. And what we're trying to do is close this gap. Again, when I say we're an outsider, they're the in crowd. We got to try to close those gaps and be part of that group. And right now we're going to fight and keep building and keep working on the plan, and we're not going to deviate from it. We're going to stick to it. I feel conviction in what we're trying to do here, and we're going to stay with it.
I know process? I mean, could he play? Will he play? Or kind of still up in the air?
It's still up in the air. Was he out on the practice field today? He was. And, right now, that's one that we sit and we go over a report, and we're never going to put a young man on the field that's not ready to play, first and foremost. I mean, we're talking about a freshman, with a bright future. So, we'll play day by day with them, but I feel great about what we have in Joe and Mitch.
Who would be number 3?
Great question. So, that's a great question. But we got, there's Matt Carlisle, there's Brandon Alexander. Trust me, we do have a lot of quarterbacks, and they do a great job running our scouts. And, when your number's called, you got to be ready. And it's not just at quarterback. I know that's a position you want. We got to do that at every position, whether it's offensive line, who you're next in, who your wide receiver. And when you get to this point of the season, you better have everybody ready to play football. And, our coaches, it's a challenge. We're never going to make excuses because a young man is out or not playing or out for the season. It's the next man up mentality, and that's how you got to attack it, because in this league, it's going to be a physical football game each and every week.
Up front, Dan and Henry, what's their status?
They're out.
Right,
Yeah.
but how long?
Henry's out season. Dan's one week by week that we play it and see. And again, we'll never put those guys, Dan, in a situation where he can't be successful.